Hello, ladies, gentlemen. Good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, no matter where you are. Thank you for joining us for what will no doubt be a very exciting game here. We have Aquilax taking on No Hablo Espanol. I've just received word that we might be getting a good friend and a familiar player to many of you, DDA, joining us for perhaps the first match. And never mind. Scrap that. Just going to be me. But if anyone else wants to jump in and help cast, please do feel free to reach out. So interesting look for Aquilax today. We are going to be seeing Dana starting. I think this is going to be his first appearance on the Aquilax roster in a match. Looking forward to seeing how he's going. Is going to be on 100 MS as we start on the New York server here, so considerably lower than his Australian colleagues iPad, Caution, and Dino, all on 200 plus. Over on No Hablo Espanol, I believe we have El Shago, El Chaquito, El Emperor Palpatines, and La Blosemo El Desuma Espanol. Apologies if I butchered any of that, I'm sure I did. And we're just waiting for iPad to ready up, and we are going to go live. First hit looks to be a Hunter Smoker Boomer, and I believe that is a Charger down there. And we do have a 25% tank, so it is going to be an early safe room tank. We do have Aquilax on the away server, starting as Survivor first. And a shout out to all the Woshi Ni GGers from my friend Ozzy.
For sure.
Still just waiting on iPad to ready up here, and we will get live. So we do have Dana on the shotgun, probably makes sense given it's 100 MS on him, and Dino on the Uzi, so iPad and Caution both running double pistols. We'll see if we find a Deagle here in that first room. I believe there is, so probably going to be looking at Shotgun Uzi Deagle for this first tank. And a little bit of banter in team chat there from Aquilax. They love their banter, these guys. I think iPad is just on the phone. Aquilax, of course, lost last week's game narrowly to Keyboard Warriors, and we are going live here. And we've had one FF already onto Dino. Charger, Smoker, Hunter, and Boomer for the first hit, so no Spit. Spit obviously can do a lot of damage in and around that stairwell, so this is probably a bit of a lucky break for Aquilax, especially on the away server. And they are pushing forward. Smoker spawns, goes for the pull, does miss, and gets immediately shut down. Hunter and Charger have both spawned up as well. The survivors are going to know this. Charger on the left, Hunter on the right. Charger comes in, lands a double charge, nearly gets a slam. Hunter lands for a little bit, and a single boom goes out onto Dino. All in all, that's pretty decent damage considering no Spitter, and the Smoker got immediately picked. And Dana does run forward and spawn the tank up in the hands of El Shago. I believe that is Shaggy. And a bit of a spit delay as well, gets some more damage onto Dino. Dino down to 77 HP, Dana down to 88. Caution and iPad. Importantly though, the two pistols, who I assume are going to be doing some body blocking, are both on 100 HP. 5 punches for them. Tank looking to get some cheeky rocks out the window. Survivors, of course, know about that one. Not going to be eating or falling for that trickery. And the tank looks like he might be rolling in. He does have a smoker, but he is going to go in with the smoker. Interesting. Most teams don't like that smoker, but he's rolling in. Goes straight in, misses the first punch onto Coach. Gets one onto Nick. And the second onto iPad there. Charger comes in early, misses. Smoke lands, Jockey lands. That's a 2-cap. Jockey getting taken down the stairs. Nick goes for the clear, does get the clear. Chargers punching downstairs, and the tank has cornered an in-cap Dana. Oh, misses it onto Coach. And picks up a rock. And misses the rock onto Coach and the punch. And that is the tank dead in the hands of El Shago. Dino putting in 3,000 tank damage. All in all, decent. An in-cap onto Dino, about 3/4 of iPad's health, half of Dino's health, probably a punch onto Caution as well, but maybe could have done a little bit more there. Support did land that nice 2-cap with the Jockey and the Smoker, but another hit's coming in. Hunter flies in, but the Spit does miss. And Spit is dead. Boomer goes in and gets popped. Jockey lands for a little bit, but that is a clean shutdown from Aquilax on the away server, mind you, and they are pushing forward. All in all, looking pretty healthy here, sitting on 371 bonus at the moment as they push through to the stairs. Find another set of pills as well, so that's going to increase the bonus even more. We have a Boomer Hunter Charger Smoker. Boomer does miss. Gets baited around the corner in the staircase, and the Infected may choose to save for either the Spitter or the Quad. Of course, the Charger is up. There is a potential for the Death Charge. Smoker has spawned early. And Hunter goes in, gets a scratch, but not much else to speak of. And the Smoker is waddling off with his tail between his legs. Charger's up. Oh, and the double charge through the fire and the smoke in front. That's a lot of damage and a slam. Wow, and the Spit goes down and Dino's incapped. And the Survivors just took quite a lot of damage running through that fire into the Charger. Perhaps should have been a little bit more patient there. Nonetheless, again, this is Aquilax's away server. They are limping it into the elevator. They are getting that crucial distance on map 1. And just about make it in for the hit. Jockey is going to jump out the window. Boomer gets popped. And Dina is taking a nap in the elevator. So, we have a moment to breathe and compose ourselves. Survivors are going to be looking to hold on to what's left of their bonus. They still probably got about 200 after they pick Dana up, so a respectable bonus, especially for the high ping. But we do have a black and white on Dana here, so they need to be a little bit careful about a Spit charge. There is a pull coming out, a nice quick clear. Pounce does land. Charge lands in the safe room, and that is an in-cap onto Nick. The Spit, of course, doesn't do any damage in the elevator there, not the safe room. But they do get that in-cap onto iPad, lowering the DB even more. Survivors now down to 79 bonus. No more pills. They are going to be limping on Caution throughout the rest of the map. Next hit is a Boomer Smoker Jockey Hunter. No Spit again, no charge. Relatively low damage hit. Smoker comes in, is pulling Coach. Is he in the fire there? Might have been a little bit. Jockey lands. Hunter lands a little bit onto the Jockey target, but all in all, pretty quick clears. Dino does pop the Boomer, and the Survivors are pushing forward. We might get one more late hit for the safe room. 57 bonus and counting. But again, even just getting full distance on the away server, I think you're pretty happy with that if you're Aquilax. Spit charge is up, so they need to be careful. This could potentially be a death onto Dana. This could be a lot of health bonus lost on Caution if the hit lands. Boomer does get popped. I think it stumbled the Charger as well. Charger lands ever so briefly but gets cleared. Smoker gets cleared behind, Spitter gets shut down, and that is going to be the safe room. Survivors limping it in with about 50 health bonus remaining.
Probably a good idea to keep the door shut.
And I thought I could rhyme on a beat. Wow. Elliot, nice work, man. Hi,
Thank you,
hi
Finn.
everybody. This is Grizz here. Just gonna step in and help my boy out, Elliot, to see what I can do. Man, yeah, phew, that is a lot of casting, man. Vanilla didn't want you sticky in here by yourself, so she got to use some backup.
Yeah, Cat,
Whew,
please
so
feel
how
free
are
to take
how are
this round
things?
while I have a quick sip of water here.
All right, all right, yeah. So Team Aquilax versus Team L. I don't know, L something.
I
I assume
believe
they're
it's no
Spanish.
hablo
These things.
español.
No hablo español. Interesting.
We can still catch
Ooh,
you if
Team
you're hurt.
Aquilax, man, big
Bridge,
fan,
grab a
big
weapon,
fan.
let's
I don't know
go.
much about No Hablo Español, but Aquilax, these guys, they've been playing for a while.
You hear
They're
about
really
them
good.
lately?
They're like one of those
So
teams
you
you're always
see
afraid
them.
to get on their home server against, or yeah, against. It's like it's terrifying.
Yeah, very well practiced team, a lot of experience as a team, and a pretty solid first round, I'd say.
Yeah. We have a tank. It's gonna be up in the hands of Dino. Ooh. Oh boy, those arms. You gotta watch out. They're gonna catch you out. They're
Yeah,
gonna they're gonna take you
230
out, man, at
MS
a
on
distance.
Dino, so they got to be careful. The hit is coming in though. Charger gets the charge forward and the boomer pop, and that is a slam. I think that's more damage. That's actually a lot of damage, especially considering there was no spit going out onto the
They're
survivors
all
there.
four punches, man. They're all four punches. That's gonna make
Yeah,
it that much easier for this tank to get in there and do work. That you mix that with long arms, and this is no good.
not at
Rochelle,
all.
not sure what she's doing.
Decided she wanted to
The
pick up
looks of
those
spawns.
5 bullets ammo.
Value, hashtag value, no. Let's see. Got a boomer up in the hands of caution. Now, I think they're just gonna toss these spawns. Boomer probably last, make sure they don't get it. This two cat.
Charger and Jockey do
Pretty,
both
pretty
land,
good
and
point.
the boomer lands as well. This could be a commit in a few seconds here, maybe with some of the commons still trickling in.
That's not a bad idea. I like that idea. They might actually go with that because he is gonna have spawns. It might be
Yeah,
tricat. He
I
might go
think
with
the
Horde.
spawns will be up for late support, and there is still a few common, and he is going with the long arms, as you said, and oh, Ellis getting absolutely smacked from across the room, and that is an early incap onto Emperor Palpatine. Gets another
Oh,
one
man.
onto Rochelle.
That's it, man. That's the wipe going out here from the infected. Nice pull coming out there from Caution. Hunter gonna try and go for a coach. Charger gonna whip his charge, but that's okay. They stack him up into the corner. Gonna get a nice couple punches there by Dino. Great tank coming out by Dino, and great special bit of teamwork too to get that chip damage in on the survivors. Now
Yeah,
this is the survivors. They're playing on their home server too. This has got to be really defeating.
this
Just to have
is
right off the bat being losing by 410 points. That does
it
not
is
feel good.
probably not what you want to see. Yeah, if you're on the home
Um,
server there. Obviously, you can
How's
get
the
wiped
kicking
on
in
that
the
first map, especially if you take a boom. But I think the survivors are really going to have to step it up in the next 3 maps here if they want to have probably even a chance of seeing the Aquilax home server.
Yeah. I mean, if there's too large of a deficit, then it might not even be worth taking it into the away server. It might just call it, in sportsmanship and chess, it's like when you take the queen early, you can call it GG. Easy
Yeah.
to do. It's kind of like that.
So we are going to head into the second map here of Dead Center. Aquilax, of course, on the away server did win map 1, so they are going to be playing Survivor first, trying to maintain that 400 odd point lead. 62% tank. Is that on the bridge? Or perhaps just before?
62. This tank will spawn on the bridge. I think I just played my match earlier. It was terrifying because it was so damn close. And it was 66. I expected it to spawn on the bridge, but the 60% spawns gets confusing. So this will spawn on the bridge because 66 is just at the corner. So this
Right.
is going to be a difficult tank to push into, which it's a hard tank to play against. I played against it in the scrim to try and get warmed up for the match. It's not an easy tank to play against at all. The early tank is much better to deal with
Mm.
because you got a lot more space to work with. By early, I mean like in the general area, just before they enter the Vana.
Aquilax have just
The
run
res is-
straight out. Charger comes in, does miss. Smoker gets shut down. Jockey lands for a little bit of damage, but a nice pop, and that's another clean take. 9 damage coming out, I believe, from the Jockey. Maybe a little bit of friendly fire, but otherwise, things are looking pretty solid for Aquilax Survivor. Ping doesn't seem to be bothering them that much, and of course, they are very used to playing on ping.
That's what's terrifying playing against these guys. They're so used to it, it doesn't shake them at all. We got a Hunter setting up for a wall kick here. We got a Spitter up
Goes
too.
for the wall kick.
Hunter's gonna get picked and skied it. Man, really good shutdown from the Survivors. That's what we like to see. A little bit sloppy
nice
from the
try on
Infected too as
Hunter,
well.
but was a little bit split. Yeah, that Smoker went a bit late. Hunter did get picked. I think the Spitter got picked as well, so I like the idea of the wall kick, but maybe want a little bit of a distraction behind, maybe want your Boomer to spawn up, make some noise, anything to help it land.
Reloading.
Yeah, you have to work together, especially the way things have changed. Players are so sharp now, they're not like they used to be. You can't rely on cheesy tactics, you have to be very creative nowadays.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Cheese doesn't work. Speaking of cheese, this charger and spawns all come from roughly the same place. I don't know about that. I think it can be baited out. Or we might actually see this get baited out. Charger might lose his spawn. And he does.
And this is the
And they're gonna
spit
take him to the
charge
back.
hit as well, so if they send this outside, they're not going to have anything for that nasty stairway choke inside. Wonder if they'll elect to hold it.
At this point, I think that's the wisest decision to make, is to hold it. Because if you hit here, the survivors have their backs to the wall. You're probably not going to get much damage.
It's much easier to land that charger inside, get that guaranteed damage. Aquilax taking the time, but the hit does look like it's coming in. And charger does land, but the spit... Oh, I think the spit maybe thought the Hunter was going to land. Doesn't get any damage on the spitter, unfortunate.
And I just not realized we have Dana ringing for Aquilax, or has he always been on Aquilax?
Dana is on Aquilax as of this tournament. He is rostered on the team as well as Ozzy as the 5th and 6th players, and I believe the decision was made to run him. This is his debut for Aquilax in a tournament match, so glad to see him playing. Big fan of Dennis. Shout out to my boy.
I'm not such a big fan because I always play against him. I hate him.
Sorry, didn't mean to step on anything there. We do have another spit charge here with a smoker, so maybe they can look to get a pull. That does look like they're trying to do. Get a pull up the stairs, perhaps, and charge into that. Always a good idea to try and set up your charges if possible. Boomer does go out, land one. The smoker's rocketing over the side. That is aggressive. Charger is nowhere near.
This Charger, yeah, I don't. It's a. Oh man, that is not what you want to see. You want to see some synchronized hits coming in. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you die together. You just want to make sure you're at least going together. You know, this is not a good sign. That's a 62% tank right there. It spawns roughly halfway on the bridge.
I wonder if this tank knows about the pixel walk. It looks like... Oof, he's jumped right down in front of the survivors. Lucky it's only the one shotgun, but still, that's about 500 chip. Could have been more.
He is just about as lost as I am sometimes in this map.
And he's all the way down the bottom.
Yeah,
this is a very interesting rollout. I wonder if he's going to go for the car.
Does he have a boomer? No, he's got a tri-cap. He needs a boom right here to rocket from the top. If he can get a boomer in, that'd be much better.
Goes for the punch onto Rochelle. This tank is not having a good time.
Support?
The jockey lands in front, but I think the charge is missed. The car is in, but he's got no support. The survivors can just run forward onto the bridge. And they will.
He's still on first. So if he waits for... he's going to get a boom this time, though. He needs a tri-cap for the bridge, and the boom he needs the boom for where they were before. Guess
looks like he's rolling out through the middle, heading over to the bus.
Yeah, he's gonna go right up the middle, I guess. Let's see what we got.
Jockey does that. Oh, that was actually really close. The smoke got blocked by the jockey target. That would have been a 2-cap. But he does miss a few crucial punches there and takes a baseball bat to the face from Dino, and that is the tank dead. Got a little bit of damage, but that can be quite a hard tank. Down in that bottom area, if the tank rolls out through the roof or along that pixel ledge, I think Aquilax are pretty happy that they didn't take more damage there.
Cola for guns. I think this is like the reverse of what my school did.
And
Charge
they
jump.
just might opt to fight this out. I'm not sure. They have a lot of HP here, so might as well just fight it out in the open if they can. That's what
Yeah, I
I'm
think
thinking if I'm them.
That's cool. Just
wouldn't
take it
do
nice
that.
and slow. There's no need to take any risks. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Caution starts the event, and they're going to go and hold it out by this fence. The hit is going to come in, but this poor Charger's got to go for a marathon to get in. He is. Oh, I think didn't get any damage on those punches because of the God frames. And the survivors are going to run forward to grab the cola. That is iPad legging it in. The survivor's going to take one hit inside, perhaps. I think there's no spitter, so they can safely take one more here.
Okay, I cannot believe that you just shot me.
And indeed, 3 cap with a boomer. They are going to send it. The boomer goes for an ambitious rocket around the corner, but a nice smoke into charge. And a slam, so that is a bit of damage there from No Hablo Espanol. Good setup on the charger there. And that is a bit more damage onto Caution. Still though, 800 bonus, Grizz. 100% DB.
Yeah. Man, these guys, they're owning this game, obviously. We don't really know how high they're going to score overall, but this is going to be a high-scoring game from Aquilax. It might not even be a point in playing this out, honestly. I don't want to be that. I don't want to say that, but this is not looking good, guys. As you can see, this is going to be one of those games where it could be a slaughter. But anyway, really good play from Aquilax. They're going to take all this horde. They're going to take care of all of it. Just clean it up nicely. They're going to get in there. They're going to be surgical with the gameplay, which is what I like to see. It's very clean. This is what you see from high skilled, high ping players. You start to see like that NB baiting style that starts to come out. And you know, I think Aquilax they might be the next. The next guys who have the meta with the baiting quite well because of how long they've been playing together and how much they play too. They're still pretty active, which is good. These guys,
Really
they know
nice
how to
F2
handle
by
that thing, as you can see.
To the jockey and the skeet and the shutdown. I don't think anything landed there. And that is going to be the cola.
Yeah.
Done, the event done, and the survivor's going to head towards the safe room. We've maybe got 2 more hits for the infected to try and get a bit of damage. 725 bonus on the away server, 100% DB.
Maybe just one hit. Like if they get staggered spawns here and they just all spawn up one at a time, they might just get like a total one hit. And they can just run the rest right into the safe room.
You're absolutely right. The charge does go in, does land. That's 10 damage there, and the DP on top of Dana, so that actually is a bit of damage. Bringing the bonus down by another sort of 50-60 points. Plus the pill
They
pop.
do not want to pill up. Oh, yes, it did. There we go.
They do finally pop those pills. I know Caution probably telling them, pop your pills right now. We are going to get at least close to the same.
But that's like 10 points, isn't it?
And not quite going to make it though. The charger does go in, misses. Spit in the corner though, with the jockey. Nice skeet by Dana on the hunter in the return. But that is going to be safe from 550 bonus, so a little bit of damage coming in on those last 2 hits. But Grizz, I think that's way too much for that tank for the away server.
Man, that is 38 to 1596. I'm not feeling very confident. I think that Aquilax, just by that knowledge and skill and experience that they have, they're going to know how to commit this tank, and they're not going to go with the tri-cap. They're going to go with the boom, and I think we're going to be seeing a wipe between these long arms, and assuming that when they get to the tank, that they'll have full HP, they might have a better chance, but they might just be 3-4 punches each when they get to the tank, and that'll just result into early end cap, and then tri-cap, and probably a wipe. Speaking of damage, we got a boomer coming out. Boom. Smoke going out, getting some chip damage onto Nick. Charger gonna land a punch, not too much. A little bit of horde. but that's going to bring 3 survivors to 4 punches.
Charger. 18 damage.
3 punches? Man. Wow.
Dino giving him the left right there.
We're heading the right way to the
Yeah,
ball. Watch out.
someone popped the boomer in 2 people's face, and that charger just got free reign to get in there and give a few slaps. And we do now have the spitter for inside. I wonder if Aquilax are going to send this early. They are, and there's the spit pounce. There's the spit in the doorway. And the death spit, and the body block from the jockey, and that is devastating onto El Chuckito. 29 HP. 27 HP.
Yeah, you cannot afford to take hits like that. Unless they have one person taking all the hits like that, but even then you have damage bonus now, that doesn't work. So you have to make sure when you're positioning, you're shutting it all down.
Maybe on the
For
away
everyone.
server, eating a cheeky wall kick like that's understandable, but I think they need to be a little bit more switched on. That is a potential. Another hit's coming in. Smoke lands, charge lands. Hunter goes for the DP and lands as well, and this is painful for No Hablo Espanol. 723 bonus, 690 bonus. In fact, they nearly have the same bonus that Aquilax did by the end
Yeah,
of the map.
this does not feel good. If you're a team no hablo español, this is not a good job, good effort. Not sure if that's sarcasm, if they're trolling each other, or if they just have good spirit as a team. Hopefully it's the latter and they have a good spirit as a team.
Yeah, let's give
And
them the
they're just
benefit of the
sticking it
doubt
out.
on that one.
This is Left 4 Dead 2 though. You have to be realistic about the way people are in the community, including myself sometimes. I used to be much more a douche. but-
You should have seen my match yesterday. Shout out
Oh, yeah?
to Michelle and White Goodman giving us the business.
Reloading.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that game.
Oh, please don't.
Reloading.
Man, my game earlier today was pretty crap. It was a really close game. I wish my team would just practice more and I would practice more, but I don't know. Run up stuff.
Jockey's coming in from behind, does get shut down. A little bit ambitious made from Dino, but the double charge actually does knock Rochelle out of the spit. A little bit lucky, but El Shago does get encapped in that spit.
All right.
And this is not looking good for the survivors. Unless they find a set of pills, they are going to have at least one person slow. They do find the set in the cabinet. But that is it. They're going to have to commit all of their pills before the tank just to have their players fast.
Great
And the
boom going out
triple
there. They're gonna put
And
that
the
on
smoke
Jockey.
up
Smoke
top,
is sitting
they've
up on
got
top.
Jockey in front as well.
That's an awesome hit right there. That's how you hit. That try boom, smoker pull back. Well, in order, try boom,
This tank
stick going
might spawn,
down,
the
jockey
jockey
peeking
might
at.
spawn the tank. Oh, close.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. Yeah, so if they stay back or dead, if they go forward, then they might want to go forward and try and get some points in. Because this is no slowdown on tank, reduce melees. He's probably just gonna run everybody down and slap them. Give me the old slap down.
And the old left-right. And that is 4 players slow from No Hablo Espanol. Shaggy is black and white.
Hey, what's your name?
And the tank is up into the hands of Caution. Smoke charge boom. Pretty deadly set. I think you're right. If they land this boom, tank's just going to roll straight in. Goes for the fall rock. Caution with the style
Did he
points.
just jump?
Boomer does land an early
What was-
punt and a double. And the stumble, Shaggy! Oh no. The boomer pop stumbled Shaggy and now he's getting smoked in midair. This is just mania. That's a screenshot. Coach is just hanging out.
So you can still get away with doing semi jump rocks. It's kind of dirty. Like
Yeah,
if it's
the
you
fall
can catch a
rock and
survivor out by
anytime
doing that.
I don't think you
Hmm.
actually jump technically. I think you just fall off the edge of some elevated platform, and if you time your rock, that is, it will come out in midair.
Well, hopefully people are done with those things because those can be really, broken. If tank's going to commit and if you're anywhere close to him on drop, you're going to get incapped or you're going to punch into a corner and get wiped really quick. If fall rocks are still kind of a thing, you still have that danger in the game. I don't know how you would patch that though. I don't think that they're usable, but they still pose a threat, I guess.
Ask Glorious Admin, Fig Newtons about. Maybe make a ruling on that one. The hit is going to come in early though. This is very early. The Charger's getting shot through the wall. And that is a dead Charger. And that is a spit. It's already gone as well. Nice speed by Dana.
Yeah, he's really good. He has solid aim, good tracking, pretty reliable in getting the hunters too. Great shotgun player.
Absolutely.
And that's how you kiss ass. Okay.
Well done.
Yeah, Dana. Talk about Dana. He's really good. He's pretty good. Aquilax, though, all around, really good players. It's kind of scary playing against them. We're probably going to play against them next week if we're talking like this. Watch.
Next hit does come in.
Not going to land for a couple seconds.
Two boom lands. Charger does land. Gets the double. Oh, but I think he was just cleared before getting the damage onto Ellis there. That is another fairly clean take. Maybe a little bit lucky they didn't take more from that charge, but the clears were good.
Yeah. So we have a tank up in the hands of El Emperador Palpatines. Okay.
The Senate himself, Emperor Palpatine, going to show us the ways of the tank.
Weapons over here.
Hunt, Boom, Spit, Jock, maybe going to look to go in the corridor with the Spitter. Probably their best bet.
Yeah, they need someone to call these attacks. Like this boomer, this tutu, you just gotta burn it. Like just know. Like if you got a tutu in rotation, you gotta burn that and just keep the hunter jockey. Hopefully you have enough time for what's up ahead.
Boomer does land. I think that proxy. Dana gets another skeet on the Shaggy. Standing on top of the door. Obviously doesn't eat any spit damage. There is a jockey in the back though. Gets a little bit of damage onto iPad. Dino was boomed and didn't quite realize in time to get the quick clear, but still not a whole lot of damage to speak of considering the survivors are about halfway through the map already.
Big gun.
Charger has spawned. He's going for the rocket charge from behind and then backs up. I think he had that if he just went for it. And maybe going to look for the despawn.
He's not very confident in his team landing. They have to connect with him. They got to go right now. And that hunter had to connect with Charger for stumble.
Tank is up. The survivors are going to run it back, and I think that was their boomer as well. Died last, so they're not going to have a boom for this next hit. This is a really rough area to take a tank. If you're the infected, a lot of open space for the survivors to run you around, kite you. I know Aquilax are very good at that. Don't break event doors, says iPad. Good advice. I believe that would prevent the event from occurring. And the tank has gone around.
They know. They tested it. So nice, you know, you're playing against so you have an enemy and they're trying to help you out at the same time. That's good sportsmanship.
iPad and sportsmanship go hand in hand. He's a wonderful guy. Kappa. The smoker almost gets the early ball. Boomer does land a single. Now, I'd love to see a pounce. The Hunters doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know where he's going. The smoke and the Hunter land, but the tank's on the other side of the map. Does get a punch onto Coach, though. And that might be it. That is it. The tank has been killed. iPad and Dana laying into the tank. I think that was just the one punch, just didn't quite see the coordination, the sync there. Would have loved to have seen a pounce or a smoke set up the corner for the tank. Obviously, that is a hard tank to play, but the SI were no help at all, except for maybe that boom.
Yeah, but even with the boom, I didn't see that much horde. Like the zombies that were coming from behind in the escalator, they're getting stuck and just took forever to get there.
Yeah. Caution takes a few scratches, but is on top of those boxes, is safe from the spit and the survivors. I think they're probably just going to leg it here. No need to camp this horde. The tank's dead, the hit's down. I think they're going to go to the first floor at least.
Don't shoot me. Keep going.
And there they are. Now this is rough for the infected. Very hard to get in when the survivors are in this corner here. Basically can only spawn in front of them. The spitter is still waiting on that despawn. Just gets it now.
This charger is going to get annihilated as soon as he shows himself. Boomer isn't going to land. There's no way. And they need to spawn these things up right now, otherwise we're just burning time. And not going anywhere. Here we go.
Charger gets melted. Smoke spit do die last. I don't mind sending the charger early, so you get another one, but probably also want to send the spitter early in that case. They are going to get another 3-cap with a boom. No smoker. And if you're the survivors, you're very happy to hear that there's no spit as they push forward into this room and throughout the remaining corridor choke on this map. They might choose to camp out the rest of the horde, so if the infected are quick, they can cycle for a spitter. I think that's the best play.
I don't think they're going to sack, so they're going to go in with strike cap and boom. And they're all spawning from forward, right? And we know what happens with Acrylics when they send one person forward to bait, and if they jump that guy, especially without a spitter, they're not doing any damage. And
No.
knowing Acrylics, they probably already know the spawns that they're going against right now. So when they send this guy in the room, they know that he's not going to take any damage.
Charges up.
Really, anyway.
Ooh, Dina does eat the pounce, but again... Oh, that's caution, my apologies. Does eat the pounce, but again, no spitter. No real damage. Charger did miss, and that is that. And the survivors... Let's just quickly check on the bonus. 982 again. 100% damage bonus. This is rough.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not looking too good. So they have one more hit here. If I'm this Charger, Smoker, Jockey, you have to go now.
Oh, the just sends it straight in. And they did land.
That's they're probably gonna do there. If they saved any longer, once these survivors they get under or in the open, you can't really land. So.
I did like that charge. Maybe need to see a little bit more of that from No Hablo Espanol. No messing around, just straight in around the corner on the high ping survivor. Obviously, they're not going to have as much time to react as if they were green ping, so you can go for these corner charges and try and secure any little damage they can get. Hunter has been spotted and is dead. And a pop onto the boomer as well. There's only 2 spawns left. One of them is a charge. We might see a charge off the railing. Miracles do happen. But I don't think that was it.
Yeah. So what are the hours? Well, hours don't mean anything. How many hours in 2 weeks, and how long has Team No Hablo been playing that? Judging from what I'm seeing, these guys are they're like super new or a little bit past new. I don't really recall their names, but they're putting up a fight. But it's a little bit staggered. The reason why I'm saying that is spawn's a little bit staggered. They're definitely friends. They know each other, but I don't know if it's the pressure or what is kind of getting to them. But they have a lot of potential here. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not throwing shade. It's just the scores are the scores, and we're kind of seeing like. We're kind of seeing they're infected. They're trying to work together, but they don't really have it in them yet. They have the potential to be really good, but
yeah, I would agree with that.
A little bit
I think
off.
it's just a matter of more practice. like so many things, but that is a really nice hit from Aquilax. Oh, the spit on both. El Shago down to 40 health after the first hit, and that is that infected synergy that we were just talking about.
Oh yeah, yeah. That charger, was it Jockey or was it? I think it was Jockey to
Jockey
charge the hunter.
double charge into the spit, and El Shago is gone.
That's that inner vision that comes from experience that I keep talking about. That's why I love casting big games with Bug Life, especially. He's one of my favorite players. That guy, he can really play a good tank. I love seeing him play his tank. He knows how to control the survivors, limit their playing field, and sort of force them into positions that he wants to take a tank fight. That's when I'm talking about inner vision here, what we saw here off that first hit is a similar example to what experienced players have, and that's what you see. You know that the jockey's going to land. You're seeing something that's you want to take place, and you're visualizing it in your mind, and it's about connecting with those visual cues in your mind to make these things happen. And that can come from a practice, or that can come from people who just have natural talent at the game itself, or things like that.
Intuitive infected play, if you will.
Yeah.
And that is another hit going in, and more
thing.
damage from that smoke on the top guy. Charger does save on about 100 health. You're gonna look for that despawn.
Reloading here.
Down that escalator.
And the survivors are pushing forward. Spit charge is up. Jockey and Boomer to support. And the charge is going to land onto Chuck with the spit and the jockey. Oof, and that is going to be an in-cap on Chuck and nearly an in-cap onto Shaggy. These spitters are doing absolute work.
Hey.
Don't even start.
And it's these chargers, these chargers and hunters that are setting up these spitters, man. This is really this is hitting pretty heavy. This is a feels bad kind of game, but you know you have to take your lumps. You got to take your beatings. I'm taking I'm you know you got to take your beatings against the better teams just to try and buck up and get that experience again, or just be good.
Best way to improve, of course. Learn from your mistakes as another hit goes in. Hunter is on Nick. There is the 2-cap with the smoke in the back, and the charger is just giving Rochelle the fist.
Did he have a charge? Did he have a charge?
The charger did go in, it
or
missed.
Did he just not charge?
Get a lot of punches onto Emperor Palpatine.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I giggle every time I see that.
I was.
And survivors, 3 bleeding, 1 set of pills. Oh, they might not even make it to tank.
Over this door. Have this.
There's another hit's coming in. The 2-cap in the back. This infected is just too clean from Aquilax. And the 3-boom. We had
I think if they sprint more, they would work on the positioning.
Get your ass up now. Come on.
See, he's not really blocking spawns, and he's in the back. This is okay. How you learn?
yeah, having assigned roles. Who's at the front, who's at the back, all that stuff. It is an in-cap. Onto Emperor Palpatine. The Hunter goes in. That's a caution, Hunter.
Hey, Steve! That was a really good skeet.
I'm hitting it with that one. iPad's hitting it with that one. That's what we want to see from the boys.
Yeah, gonna need this.
Gonna need a screenshot on that one.
We got some
The
memes.
straightest pounce you've ever seen.
I know he's gonna go for multi-charge. No, he's gonna go for it. I don't know what he's doing. What's Dino doing? Oh, I thought he was charger. He's jockey. My bad.
Weapons over here.
Spitter gets picked. Caution's getting done by these survivors. But the charger comes in from the back, does get the in-cap, and the jockey comes in. Does get cleared after taking a bit of damage. And that is the in-cap onto Emperor Palp. Shaggy's 1 HP.
You aren't gonna make it.
Thanks.
Much obliged.
No problem, Ellis.
I need to find
We have 3 survivors, black and white,
Speedo.
and Shaggy on 1 health. Caution's gonna get picked again! Oh! That's the second skate!
I like what I'm seeing here. I mean, I talk about picking it up. This guy, he's starting to get them skeets now. I said this guy, Lo Bloximo el Musa Espanol.
Oh! Not so comfortable with the charges though, and I think that is a death onto Rochelle. The Emperor is out after that triple charge. Jockey's coming in from the back. Does land. They're going to need this clear, and they do get it. Tank is just hanging out, admiring the view. The survivors are pushing for that distance. I like the call. Probably not something you want to be doing on your home server, but certainly better than nothing. And that is the wipe. And we do see the GG coming out, so I think that is it. We're not going to get the finale. We're certainly not going to get the Aussie home server.
Well, what can you say? That was a good try from the survivor team, from Team No Hablo Espanol, right? I respect that they called GG. You know, it's good. I don't think that there was going to be much of a game 2, but yeah. What can we really say about that game? We can praise Aquilax, and we can talk about Team No Hablo Espanol. Relatively new, you know, they did put up a fight. You're seeing some potential there. We even saw Nick, who was playing Nick. I forget his name. It was so long. He got some pretty nice skeets in there.
Yep, always happy to see Caution get skated. I think that when you're a newer team, you just got to take your lumps, take your losses. We've all been there. It's the only way to improve. So shout out to No Hablo Espanol for even just showing up. I mean, there's a lot of teams that have already withdrawn from the tournament, so I think that's good. And if they stick together, like you said, keep practicing, keep scrimming, I'm sure we'll see more of them.
Yeah, so that's it. Good game.
I believe that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. GG's.
For watching, guys.